Hey everyone, welcome to the third video in the spring series. Today's video is cherry blossom inspired and I couldn't not do it. So I'm doing an incredibly glowy look today and I'm already moisturized, so I'm gonna hydrate first with the Olay energizing mist. Feels really nice and cool. And then I'm gonna go in with the Becca backlight priming filter to add a layer of glow. And I'm using a paddle brush to smooth it over the entire face. This is an illuminating primer, and to me it's pretty much a dupe with the Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer, except this one smells nicer and is a little more pricey. So for the base, I have the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. This is like a glowy tinted moisturizer and it does set and last well. And it's an amazing drugstore tinted moisturizer, and I'm really happy that I found a brand that has yellow undertones. I'll leave the shade names down below. So I'm just using a paddle brush to apply it. I actually have two shades in this and I'm using the darker one on the perimeter of my face. Using a darker foundation adds a natural dimension, and honestly I'm just doing this because I have the two shades, but if you find your perfect match, just use that all over. But yeah, it's a cool trick if you don't want to use too much product and add a natural dimension. I also totally realized that I forgot to prime and color correct, so because I haven't covered the center of my face, I'm going to do that next. I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer to smooth the center of my face. Then I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer in medium beige to color correct any hyperpigmentation. So just going around the mouth, nose, and eyes. And then blend it out with a damp sponge. Also, this is like the best sponge in the entire world, I'm not joking. It's incredibly soft and bouncy and it blends like a dream. And it's only a couple dollars from Shop Miss A. I have like 6 of these. You need these. Forget all the expensive sponges. This is the best. Trust me, I have tried a lot. So now just going back with that foundation and finishing up the jawline and chin, and I'm only patting over where we color corrected. Don't forget the ears. And taking some down the neck as well to keep things consistent. Then I'm taking the lighter shade and blending the center of the face. Think of it as essentially highlighting with the foundation. I'm getting the cheeks, nose, mouth, and center of the forehead, and I'm applying on the cheeks in an upside down V. And I'm leaving the under eyes bare for concealer. You can see I'm only pressing in where we color corrected, and I'm dragging the edges to blend it into the darker shade outside. Pat, 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 don't drag where we put product underneath. Then I'm using the sponge to press everything in and smooth any lines from the brush. And not forgetting the forehead. Now going in with the Covergirl Undercover Concealer, and I'm using a couple shades lighter just to get a highlighting effect as well. And because I'm doing a pink look, having a lot of brightness to the face will really bring that out. It's important to create balance. So just blend that out with a sponge. You don't need too much of this concealer because it is full coverage and it's very creamy and blendable, but it sets matte. So for dry skin, make sure you do moisturize well. And I'm taking it over the lids as well. And then taking a bit more where I want more coverage, just on that blender. Now using the Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation in Toffee, and I'm using this for a subtle contour. So just use any buffing brush to grab a bit of product, small amounts at a time, and then start pressing it into the contours. So just like a sponge, when you do this stippling motion, it ends up blending for you. I'm taking it over the cheekbones, jawline, and forehead, and anywhere that I want definition and contour. See how it just brings shape to the face, and it makes everything three-dimensional as it's supposed to be. And also down. And taking it under the bottom lip to add fullness, and as well as the tip of my nose. And then just soften it all with a sponge. Next, I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime the lids. And this is a very light base, so it will help the colors show up better. And I'm taking that all over the lid and brow bones. And I'm taking my Cover FX translucent powder to set only the brow bone and the crease. And I'm gonna do my brows off camera. And we're back. So next I'm taking my NYX Multi-Finish palette, and I'm just taking that cream shade in there, and I'm topping the brow bone and the crease with that to just brighten the area. Next with the Maybelline Chrome Highlight in Diamond Glow to brighten the inner corners and the brow bones. This is a really unique and gorgeous highlighter. It looks frosty, but it has a gold undertone to it, so it's really flattering. And then taking the BH Cosmetics Bronze Paradise palette and just grabbing that pale peach shade on a fluffy brush. And I'm softly taking that through the creases. And then I'm going to top that with the MAC Mineralize blush in Sweet Enough, and just taking it on the same brush and deepening the crease more. I'm also going to cover the entire lid with that on a dense shadow brush. And also take it on the lower lids. I'm going to also drag out the outer corners of the eyes a little bit, create more of like a wing shape. Then with my NYX Sweet Cheeks blush palette, I'm going to grab that terracotta shade to deepen the outer V of the eye, just on a smaller brush. And also going to get the bottom outer thirds of the eyes with that. Then with my e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette, I'm going to take that chocolate brown shadow on a liner brush, and I'm just going to softly shade the lash line. You barely notice it, but it does make a difference in a subtle smokiness. And then with the MAC Teddy liner, I'm just going to line the upper water lines. The deep brown will further enhance the lash line without looking too harsh. And curl your lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal Mascara Primer to help add volume to the lashes. This is a really good primer that improves mascara application. And then just using the Essence Volume Stylist Mascara to build up the lashes. Once again, this is my favorite mascara from the drugstore and my second favorite of all time. I'm really finicky with lashes, so take my word for this. It really gives you perfect wispy lashes without clumps. And only taking it to the lower outer third again. I want to keep this look soft and bright. And then with the number 7 Caramel Bronzer, I'm just going to lightly add some warmth to the contours, just where the sun would naturally hit to tan you. And then taking my NYX Bright Idea Cream Highlighter in Chardonnay Shimmer on the fingers and just tapping it onto the cheekbones. Keep lightly tapping till it's well blended. This is a really good drugstore cream highlighter. It's very creamy and blendable, and it's easy to use and gives you the most beautiful natural glow. On the Cupid's bow as well. It's so pretty. I'm just smoothing out any creasing under the eyes, and I'm going to use the Cover FX powder on that on a damp sponge to set the concealer. I find that this powder does leave a white cast, so it's not really my favorite. I prefer the Too Faced Born This Way powder. It's more flattering and not as heavy looking, but this will do. I'm trying to avoid the highlighted area where we put the cream, and then I'm also setting around the nose and mouth as well. And then lightly dusting off any excess powder and sweeping it on the forehead. Next, with that Sweet Enough blush, I'm gonna pat it softly onto the skin. Right now I don't want to buff or drag the blush, just to keep all the creams in place. So just keep patting until it's well blended. I'm gonna hit the temples as well for more rosiness. And I'm just taking whatever is left on the brush to smooth over the edges. Just like the creams, the more you stipple it, the more it blends for you. And then I'm going to take that cool light pink blush from that palette to just top that off and get an even softer pink. And now it's looking more springy. And I'm also going to use the Maybelline highlighter on the Cupid's bow. For lips, I'm using the NYX Nude Truffle Liner to contour. And I'm overlining the bottom lip slightly and just keeping the top one natural. This is a really good way to make your lips look fuller without looking fake. And then I'm going to blend that out with my finger lightly. Then with the Milani All Natural Liner, I'm going to fill the lips. It's a really lovely warm pink. I lost the clip of the next product that I apply, so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to use the Maybelline Beige Babe lipstick to top this all off. And then I use this Sweet Enough blush on a fluffy brush to pat over the lipstick and just tie all the colors together. And I'm going in with the contour where I lost it. And there you have it, super glowy, fresh, and pink, everything that I love. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any feedback or questions, leave that down below. Do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!